Hey guys, welcome back. This is the Rusty Banana Show. We are doing the draft rankings again, post-draft rankings, NFC West. It's your boy. We'll be back on. Follow me on Twitter, Heavy as the D. Make sure you follow the Rusty Banana Show on all social media. Make sure you keep us up to date with your opinions, how we did. Let them know, DJ. Let them know.
Hey, follow me on social media at O_Rusty DJ. And like the man said, follow him at Heavy as the D. And follow us on all social media platforms at the Rusty Banana Show.
Yeah, that was pretty thorough. Hit me up at Colton Mark on Twitter, though. That's what's up.
Let's get it going. Let's start.
Kick us off,
NFC West. I'm going to kick it off with my post-draft rankings based on the draft, based on free agency, and some of these moves. I got the Rams as my number one.
Facts.
I feel like they are the best team in the NFC West.
Facts.
Arguably the best team in the NFC. Number two, unfortunately, I'm sorry, Russell, but you just don't have the tools. You don't have the weapons. The Legion of Boom is no more. Your defense is getting rebooted.
Facts.
And so I got San Francisco number two, Jimmy G. He's gonna earn that paycheck. He got Pierre Garçon. He's older, but he's got like arguably the best offensive coordinator, Kyle Shanahan / head coach. He's very confident. He looks confident. He looks like he's ready to shine. He's looking like, Tom Brady might have, made a mistake not giving the mantle. And so I got the number two. Seattle, you're still number three. Russell Wilson is still arguably top 10 right now. He's arguably top 5. He was actually number 1 last year. But there's a host of other quarterbacks that's in the running right now. They're hungry. They're trying to get that ring. Some of them trying to get the ring before they retire. And but he's showing that he can carry that team on his back. That's not something he proved in the past, but he's proven it today. And if they build teams around him, it's not going to be that same drama over the past couple of years. And I got Arizona. They have their quarterback of the future, but they got quarterbacks in the past that can still play good. They still got Larry Fitzgerald, not sure how long, but they're getting there. They're building, and it's still division games are still one of those show and proof. Even if you don't have the best team, you can still go out there and win. They can still show that they're on the right track. So, what you got?
Damn, dude. You pretty much covered it. But let's bring it back. Let's talk about the Rams. I got the Rams number 1 too, right?
Easy pick. Great offseason.
Yeah, great offseason. We talked about them in the last episode, quite a bit about I love how their roster's built. I love that they're all in.
Not a single hole on the defense.
No. And you would think
best line almost.
You would think I kind of compare them to the Jags a little bit, like, all right, now how do you draft?
With the pass rush? They're the Jags of the pass rush.
I'm talking about
the
like
secondary,
not a lot of holes, right?
Yeah.
How do you draft for that? They did all right for me. I think necessarily you gave away your first round pick for Brandon Cooks, right? To me, that's a fair trade if you're all in. Get some linemen, get some people that you can maybe rotate in, develop over time. They did a good job of that, but I don't think that they really needed to. So hey, must be nice to be number 1.
I mean, if you look at they had 11 picks. They picked 11 players. That's a lot more than some of these other teams. Some of these other teams only had maybe 5 or 6 picks. They had 11. So they got a lot of players who can learn a lot in this 1 year with some of these 1-year agent contracts that they have, so that the next year they're not looking like, oh snap, how we fill this position? What do we do? No, they've drafted pretty well.
They had some room to wiggle. They can develop some of these guys.
It's like one of the smarter teams now. Sean McVay, he learned a lot from
GM of the offseason. We'll see if he get GM of the year. Got to see the results first.
Yeah, I like the moves. But you agree?
I pretty much agree with everything, but I'm having a little shocking news. Sorry, Russell Wilson, but Seattle's going to fall last in the division.
Ooh.
All right. David Johnson is back. You talk about Larry Fitzgerald. He still got something left in the tank. And the Arizona Cardinals drafted one of the best wide receivers in college football last year, Christian Kirk.
That is true.
Great weapon. So you think about the offense, you're going to have David Johnson, Christian Kirk, Larry Fitzgerald.
So I'm not going to necessarily agree that Seattle finishes last. They could. I will tell you about the Arizona Cardinals. I agree with everything you said. Based on draft, if you compare them to everybody, I think they had the best 3 first picks.
To Arizona?
Yes. The Josh Rosen trade was needed. They did it. They pulled the trigger. It was good. Christian Kirk was actually taken after Cortland Sutton. I thought he was better than Cortland Sutton. I thought that great.
Played
great
against better
pick.
Competition,
Yep.
A more dynamic player, more athletic. Why wouldn't you draft the guy?
This guy's going to be around for a long time. Josh Rosen's a happy guy, right? And then more developmental guys. Mason Cole, he went to Michigan.
Yeah, I like
Good
Mason
pick.
Cole. I think
He fell in the draft a little bit.
Yeah, 4-year starter.
I'm surprised they got him at number 3, especially but bruh, they're really investing and they're trying to keep this guy protected. They're I like that they're getting a young core so that they all age well together. They're all going to grow together, and that's kind of going to help keep the squad together when those contracts come up. Because it's going to be a lot easier to pitch. Because then basically you're going to be able to kind of pitch to them as a squad and say, "Yo, this is how we're going to do this. We think it's fair. We're going to do the best. We're going to do right by you guys because you're going to take us where we need to go. But you guys need to stick together." And I think that's kind of going to help.
Everything you want to see in the first 3 picks in the draft, I think Arizona pretty much hit it. Now again, they might not.
I say 4 because Edmonds. By round 4, a lot of the top guys were gone, but at least they're still committed to the running game.
Yeah, they did great. They did great. They might not. I like them to finish above Seattle just because Seattle's lost so many players. They've lost a lot of players,
but Pete Carroll, he's coached collegiate more than he's coached professional. I think he still has a good eye for talent. That's why I wasn't mad at the Sonny Michaels pick.
You're talking about New England.
Oh, they picked Michaels.
They picked Rashad Penny.
Yeah.
Totally disagree with you. I think they had the worst draft probably in the league.
Wow.
Through those first 3 picks, let me pull them up here. I didn't like what they did at all. Rashad Penny is not a bad person. He's not a bad player. He's not the worst running back ever. This is just something that we're talking about how many players they lost at solid positions that they need on offense, on defense, everywhere. And
yeah, they didn't pick somebody for the line until round 5.
You don't pick a running back before you have a line. It's just like that's my opinion. You can argue with me all day if you want. I don't care. You don't have anybody to block for this motherfucker.
And you go look at the 49ers, what they did. They went and got the number 1 offensive tackle in the draft. Protect the asset.
That's true.
Now, also, and this is just to throw gasoline on the fire, I just said the guy's not a bad guy, but he's an awful blocker. He was the worst rated blocker of running backs. Do you need him to block Russell Wilson?
No.
Probably not as bad as other people, but like that was.
So you're saying you would have felt better with the pick if they picked somebody more stocky, more strong, somebody that could protect them on the run than.
No, I'm saying I don't know who's running their team. You traded back, which was good to get more picks, and then you still didn't get offensive line help. You still didn't get any. You took a running back. Like I don't.
Well, they got Jamarco Jones.
Good.
But that's only 1 pick. I think they should have dedicated maybe another to 3 picks total, to be honest with you. But
or if you don't want to do that, secondary, you lost Richard Sherman. You've lost.
They got Griffin.
You lost Deshaun Shedd. You've lost a lot of players.
They got Griffin. They got Green. They got Flowers.
The least
they got Martin.
What I'm worried about is running back. Like, yes, I understand it's Eddie Lacy and Chris Carson, and the running back position doesn't look good either. I don't understand how taking Rashad Penny is just going to fix that completely. Whereas, like, if you get an offensive lineman or 2. You can start. They paved the way. You have running backs on the roster.
They arguably went from Seattle was still a top 10 defense last year, just outside maybe hitting the 10.
Before this offseason, yeah. Okay.
They lost a lot of veteran leadership, a lot, and they tried to replenish that as much as they can so that
not at number 27.
So remember that game against Houston and Seattle, how there was it wasn't really a defensive game. It was more of a shootout because Houston, they pass rush suffered because J.J. Watt was injured. Again, Seattle, their defense is aging, and Cam Chancellor was out. Bennett was having an iffy year. So if you look at that, I think what it is like, we got to get back to the defense because what we don't want to do is get ourselves in a shootout because we don't have the offensive weapons, right? They wasn't able to really get anybody in free agency. I think if they can get Dez on a bargain, do so, because right now they're trying to develop a bunch of young players to fill holes in veteran spots, and I think that was the main thing because Russell Wilson can do it. He's already proven that he can do it. and he's buying you another year. I think that's what this was, yo, I need you to buy me another year. Do what you did last year. We're going to do our best to make sure nothing happens to you. But we lost a lot on defense. And what that means is when your defense is just doing foreign, is giving up big plays and people are scoring left and right like how Atlanta was the year before, that drains your offense because they have to go out there like every 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't understand why they took everything you just said. I don't understand why you took a running back in the. I hate to like shoot you down, but you took the running back first. Everything you just said doesn't matter.
Oh man.
So
why did I waste my soliloquy, man?
I should have stopped you earlier. Yeah, all the way around. I do like that they took Shaq Griffin. His brother plays on the team. That's cool.
I don't care about that.
Right.
That was like one of those headline picks to make them feel like, hey, the NFL cares. Like, no, man, come on.
Hey, shouldn't have taken running back. Anyways, they could finish last. You're right. That's not a bad bet. Like, if you put money on that, that's not a bad bet. Someone who I am in the middle about is San Francisco. They sold me on McGlinchey, taking McGlinchey first. At first, I was kind of like, I don't know. He was the best tackle available. I like what they did signing Jimmy Garoppolo. They believe in him. I think it's pretty obvious. They gave him $100 and bajillion, and hey,
won 5 games as a starter.
Yeah, first pick, we're gonna get you the highest rated offensive tackle,
and then they picked the best wide receiver they can get second.
I totally disagree with that. I think Dante Pettis is a kick returner.
I'm saying that in the draft, he was rated the best in that position at the time that they drafted him. Like, there was nobody else really left.
I have not best available for it. Kirk was much better.
As a wide receiver?
Yes.
Okay.
But whatever. Get him a weapon.
But then again, it might be because he's multifaceted. He has played kickoffs. He's had some success.
Kirk did the same thing.
I mean, if you at the end of the day, if you get some value out of them, great. Because the thing is, hit on their first pick, they hit on their second pick. If they hit on their third pick, you shut me up. That's great. All I'm saying is, they like you're talking about with Seattle. Seattle's kind of just developing all these holes.
But don't forget,
these dudes got to fill some.
They still got Pierre Garçon. I think he still got some gas in the tank. I think this is just the quarterback needs to give the remaining 2-3 years of his contract the boot. I mean, the 3 years of his career left, and try to, wedge him into that Hall of Fame conversation. I don't know if he's a first ballot, to be honest with you, but right now, if he retires, I'm not exactly sure. If he gets in, it's off of what he could have been had he had more successful quarterbacks delivering.
So talking about him, so you got him on one side, right? Solid dude, catches the ball a lot. On the other side, you got Godwin, right?
Yeah.
Speed demon down the field, right? This guy is like a worse version of him. He returns kicks too, so you're gonna get something. But otherwise, the rest of their draft, I liked it. Took a linebacker, took a safety, great, awesome, filling holes. What do you got? I think they could finish second potentially for sure.
They got to finish second.
Okay.
I just don't see the other two teams. Arizona is building for the future. If Sam Bradford's ready to go right now, and he can develop and teach, that can definitely put him in the number 3 spot above Seattle. But it's Russell Wilson, so we'll see. But
it's Russell Wilson and Rashad Penny. Have fun with that. Yeah, that's about it for the NFC West. I like the Rams going far too into the playoffs. I like the all-in mentality, and
they're the new
this
team
guy's
in LA.
Putting some money on them. I don't know about you guys.
Fortunately for the Chargers, LA's running. Rams are running LA, so.
Man, that is a bummer.
So
but,
I know a lot of San Francisco fans, LA fans out there. So let us know how you feel. Are you really confident that the LA Rams is really winning, or do you feel like San Francisco's done enough? If you're some Arizona fans out there, some Seattle fans, let us know that we might have had you guys underrated. So don't forget, comment, share, subscribe, like, and let us know.
Right on. All right, guys.